Здравствуйте. Welcome to our time together. Today we have interesting discussion about literature. Uh, Poet from early 20th century Russia, Vladimir Mayakovsky, and also we talk about 1960 television program from the United States, Gilligan's Island. We read from script, and we find out as we look at both, we can discuss as to excuse me, children have Looney Tunes cartoon on television, and sweet cake turned on television for Papa. That's good girl. Elmer Fudd is like pig dressed up as hunter, try to catch rabbit in woods, but never does. But rabbit trick Elmer Fudd and explode him and get smashed by tree, but he never catch rabbit, but never stop trying. That's Looney Tunes, very very funny cartoon. I have pictures for you. Today we discuss Vladimir Mayakovsky. This is a picture of him when he is not so happy. And this is also a picture of Mayakovsky when he is very happy. Perhaps you must be from Soviet Union to tell difference. And this is your Gilligan from American television. And this is Skipper, who lose a boat on 3-hour cruise. This is Skipper dressed up as caveman. Very proud moment in acting career. And this is Ginger, beautiful American woman. Perhaps not now. Now she's a very old American woman. Also, this is Gilligan dressed up like caveman too. This is for next week. Next week we discuss existentialism and Gomer Pyle, United States Marine Corps. Hee-haw. So we start today. I read a little bit from poem. Vladimir Mayakovsky, very famous. In Moscow we have a museum and train station named after him. This is a poem called You. You came determined because I was large, because I was roaring, but on close inspection you saw me a boy. You seized and snatched away my heart and began to play with it like a girl with a bouncing ball. And before this miracle, every woman was either a lady astounded or maiden inquiring. Perhaps this is not the best translation I have read. Also, I have a little problem. I come to United States and get DUI, and so I stopped drinking vodka, which is much better for getting job. But I read Russian poetry and I don't make sense of it. So perhaps you get a bottle of vodka and read Mayakovsky and send me note and tell me what it means, because I don't get it no more. And we have script from Gilligan's Island, which I steal from internet service. I go to service to get script. They ask for $9.95, but I don't understand because I push copy paste and I have on my printer, but maybe their website not good enough. This is conversation between Gilligan and Skipper. Interesting because in Soviet Union when I was boy, we see the same program on television, but it has commercials from United States, and we see television commercials for Frisbee and Super Bowl, Barbie doll, and G.I. Joe. And it, as children, it makes us very curious because usually we play with stick and piece of string. Every year for birthday, parents wrap up same stick, same string, and give it to us. But usually string a little shorter and stick is broken. But it's okay because we learn to make game with short string and broken stick. So Gilligan and Skipper together. Gilligan say, morning, Skipper. Skipper say, morning, Gilligan. Gilligan say, can I help, sir? Skipper say, sure you can. Gilligan, what do you want me to do? I know, sit down and shut up. Skipper say, what? Gilligan say, that's what you always say if I ask if I can help. Skipper say, I do, sit down and shut up. Gilligan, uh-huh. Skipper say, well, why I should say a thing like that? Gilligan say, I guess because you think I'll goof something up. This is classic like Russian literature, same thing. Skipper, well, of course you'll goof something up, Gilligan, but that's no way to talk to my little buddy. Skipper always called Gilligan little buddy, but then he talked bad about him. Gilligan says, as a matter of fact, I'm getting tired of it, Skipper, and someday I'm liable to jump ship if we ever get on ship again. Little humor. Skipper, Gilligan, you're absolutely right, and I'm sorry, but you know how I am. I spout things off even without thinking, but I promise I'll keep a check on myself from now on, okay? Gilligan say, okay. Skipper says, still shipmates? Gilligan say, yes, sir. Skipper, good, well, let's get this breakfast ready for folks. Gilligan say, Skipper, can I help? Sure, you can, Gilligan. Gilligan say, what you want me to do? Skipper and Gilligan say together, sit down and shut up. This is so much like literature in Soviet Union, old Soviet Union, because the constant struggle for self-worth and always oppressed by supervisor at work, government, or spouse. And this phrase, sit down, shut up, is always part of conversation in Russia, especially it comes from mother-in-laws. It's different in Soviet Union. They make only one mother-in-law and give her to every man which get married. And she is not a pretty woman, and she is not nice. This mother-in-law I have is the same, and I say to you now, Natasha, if you are watching, I'm sorry now I missed your birthday for 17 years in a row, and also I would like to say, sit down and shut up. So now we have a email question from viewer, which I would like to read. And this is interesting because it is from a woman who lives downstairs in an apartment building. Dear Mr. N, she always writes Mr. N because she cannot spell Nikolayevitch. Your rent is now 60 days past due. We must receive payment within 24 hours or we will begin eviction process. Well, this is nice. I have seen your interesting program on the internet and look forward to your next program. I look forward to your next program from the sidewalk, which is where you will be living if we do not receive your payment. Please make payment with certified check. Well, there is no question in email, so I cannot offer interesting answer. And I apologize for personalness of this email. You understand, I think life is very complicated. I did not make U.S. economy. I only come here to enjoy it. And aren't we having fun now? But I invite you to send in questions with email. Write email question and please print out and mail to Post Office Box 9175, Ohio 37814. I apologize, but email service is not working. In fact, I don't know anyone who has email services working. Perhaps email companies managed by mother-in-laws. And I would like to spend more time with you, but now I have appointment with podiatrist, and I look forward to come back with you next week with better foot. Здравствуйте. How are you, my little sweetheart, Isabel? Have you had your breakfast this morning?